What's going on? Thank you for clicking on the video. Man, I just want to explain why I think working with Hispanics is hilarious. Because I've been working with them for like 13 years, man. And they say and do some of the most funny stuff. And over the years, I've come to learn a little bit of the language, Spanish. But, that, like, just an example. The other day or like the other week, I was a little sick and I was dealing with some congestion in my chest and I was coughing and sneezing a little bit. And one of the Mexicans I'm working with, I'm not racist at all. I love Hispanics, bro. Some hardworking people, right? Pretty good personalities. They're funny. Um, they're like every race, every race has the good and the bad. You know what I'm saying? I respect everybody. I love everybody. But I was sick, right? And this Hispanic dude I work with, he's like, "You never tried Baparu? Baparu?" I'm like, "I don't know what that is, man." He's like, "Baparu." Like, Baparu? What is that? Like some Hispanic medicine or something? He's like, "No, Baparu, Baparu." The Baparu. I don't know what you talking about. I was like, Baparu, I've never heard that in my life. And he's like, "Come on, man, everybody use the Baparu. Everybody use the Baparu." So, you gonna have to show me a picture or something. He's like, "All right, wait, I'll show you a picture. I pull it at Google. I pull it at Google." And he pulls up a picture on Google and it's vapor rub. Like Vicks, you put it whatever, but he was talking about Baparu. And I'm like, did they really say it like that? Baparu? And I asked the other dude like a little bit later in the workday, I'm like, when you get sick, do you use Baparu? He's like, "Oh yeah, I love Baparu. It's the best. It's the best." I'm like, Baparu. And he's like telling me to put it on my feet. He's like, "Eat a little bit. Don't eat a lot. Just eat it a little bit." Like, no, there's no way I'm finna eat vapor rub. But they live by that stuff, I guess. He was telling me they use it for everything, but put it on sandwiches. I'm talking about? Nah, he didn't say that. But, man, I like working with them, man. There's some funny people. And I'm the type to, like, I'll talk, you know what I'm saying, with anybody and, like, joke around and just try to uplift people, man. So I try to get to know people and stuff. But man, like Hispanics, they don't like say, a Hispanic can be somebody from Cuba, somebody from Mexico, somebody from Salvador, somebody from Honduras. They all basically speak the same language. I'm guessing that's like what a Hispanic is. I'm guessing, they're Spanish people. But they don't like when you call them somebody else. Like, I work with this Salvadorian guy. He's from El Salvador. And I made a mistake, man, one day. And I'm like, "Yo, um, do you like I forgot how it went, but I had called him a Mexican in a way that was respectful. I was like, said something like, so how did you like grow up being a Mexican? Like, I grew up this way in America, in Tennessee. Like, how did you grow up being a Mexican? And I just conversate with people. He's like, "I ain't Mexican. Don't ever call me Mexican." I'm like, my bad, I didn't mean to. I was like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. He's like, "No, I'm from El Salvador. I hate when people call me Mexican. I say, my fault, bro. Like, how was I supposed to know? You look just like him, you know? But anyway, man, yeah, like, it's funny too, because they don't really, like, they be talking junk behind each other's back. Like, the Mexicans, some hard working people, boy. It's hard to outwork a Mexican. Like a hard working Mexican. Boy, you finna have to put in some work. But they be talking junk about like the Honduras people that work here, or like the Salvadorian people that work here. They be like, he's lazy, he's huevon, he no working good, you know. He be like, see, he don't grease the pipe good every time, but I watch and it's like he greases the pipe, bro. Like, you gotta clean a gasket before you put the other pipe into the next pipe, right? He'll get to, they'll wipe it down and grease it up, but he don't put enough. He don't put enough grease, they say. But it's just funny, man, because like I'll be looking at the Mexican I work with, and when he's greasing the pipe, he'll look at me like, and I'm thinking he's doing a good job, but he don't. He's like, like, see, he won't tell him, but he like secretly talks junk, and they talk junk about like each other's foods and stuff. Like this guy that I work with, he's a Salvadorian, and he brings sometimes these things called pupusas. And when I first heard that, I thought it was a cuss word, like, but it's like this little like sandwich type thing, almost like a quesadilla, but it's from El Salvador. Like, it's an El Salvadorian food, I'm guessing. But it's like, yeah, like this like fried bread type thing with meat and cheese in it. And like the Mexicans I work with, they'll wait for him to go into the store to heat his food up at lunchtime, and he'll be like, I don't know why he eated that. Pupusas is disgusting. And the dude and the dude that likes the pupusas, he loves them, And it's just so weird, like their cultures, like they don't mix, you know what I'm saying? But someone from the outside in would think they're all the same, you know what I'm saying? But no, it ain't the same. They definitely don't really mess with each other like that, but in front of each other, they'll joke around, ha ha ha, talk it up. But if they away from each other, they like talking junk behind each other, man. And it's hilarious, but like I see it every day, all day. But yes, I'm just trying to explain, some funny stuff I deal with at work. But anyway, another thing, I was working with this Hispanic, right? And we're at lunch break, and I got me a like a ham and cheese sandwich, and I had some mayonnaise on it, and I'm sitting there making it right at lunch, and he's like, why you put in mayonnaise? So, because it's good. He's like, you gonna chorrillo. You gonna chorrillo in a minute. You gonna chorrillo in a minute. So I don't know what that is, man, but this is how I eat my sandwiches. I put a little salt and pepper on there. Oh no. You never need to eat that. You gonna chorrillo. So what's chorrillo? you like, you gotta, if you don't roll the R too, they be like, man, like, they'll kind of get mad at, don't say that. Don't say, if you be like chorrillo instead of chorrillo, that's, don't even say it if you can't say it right, you know? But it's so funny, man. But he's like, yeah, you're gonna chorrillo in a minute. It's like, man, what is that? He's like, diarrhea. Chorrillo is diarrhea. It's like, man, it don't really make me diarrhea. You know what I'm saying? I guess my stomach's used to it. He's like, nah, that stuff is nasty. You don't know what is that. You don't know what is that. Say, yeah, it's mayonnaise. I know what it is. Oh, you don't know what is that. They just so funny, man. It's hilarious working with them. And they, yeah, just funny, man. But yeah, I appreciate y'all watching. If y'all watch the whole thing, man, I got so many different stories I can tell. You know, different words that are funny, you know what I'm saying, and different situations. But if y'all watch through the whole thing, I really appreciate it. If you laughed or chuckled a little bit, hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Help me out, help me grow. You know what I mean? Hopefully I can get off this job site one day and do my own thing. You know what I mean? But God bless y'all. Love y'all. I'm out of here.